Everybody, just kind of wanted to touch on something that is kind of the theme on what fighting cancer is, and that's adversity. Things in cancer treatment are going so well, and then they go absolutely terrible. Go so well, and then something unexpected happens. So this last week we spent the entire thing in children's after Lander had to have an emergency surgery to fix a bowel obstruction caused by scar tissue. So going in, you think it's a stomach bug, then you don't know. We're running tests, waiting until you get the news that they're going in to fix it. And there's a lot that plays in to fighting, more than just chemo and radiation and then surgery. But you keep going, you keep fighting, and I think that brings it all together into Lander's corner and why we're doing it. It's adversity, because it's a fight. It's fight. And then we got to have those tools brought together to overcome it. So Sunday night I get a phone call that Lander's throwing up, thinking maybe something he ate, a stomach bug, don't really know what exactly is going on. So I get him that Monday morning. He's still not feeling good, stomach pain, throwing up. A lot of things are going like when we were admitted back in January for some severe constipation caused by one of the chemo drugs, vincristine. So we're thinking stomach bug, maybe constipation now. Get into the emergency room, get admitted, start an NG tube, which is like Lander's biggest fear ever. And they start the washout, and they get it moving a little bit. It's looking like it's not constipation. So what's going on? He starts throwing up, and so while he's throwing up, they stop the wash. We're running more blood tests. We're having x-rays to see if it is constipation, if it's not. So fast forward, we're not getting it really anywhere with that. So send him in for a CT. The CT shows that the large intestine is completely full. Small intestine is empty, so now we know that there is something blocking. So then we have a consult with the surgeon, and they think that we just need to go in, and if it's something they can fix, they're going to already be in there and get it fixed. If it's not, well, we'll have to find more answers. So this is the middle of the night after 4 days in the hospital that we're going into surgery. With the COVID thing going on, nobody's there. So I'm alone. I'm up it's 11 o'clock at night in a waiting room, just sent my baby back to have surgery. All right, so I just sent my baby back to have surgery, sitting there waiting, the fears that are going on, just worried that you're never going to see them again. It can't be uncommon for a parent in that situation to just be worried and have the worst thoughts running through your head. But anyways, he comes out of it great, wonderful. Surgeon sits down with me and tells me how they go in. It was scar tissue from the previous surgery he had when he had his kidney and some lymph nodes removed. That it had formed a band and just kind of got twisted somehow, and just kind of the perfect storm happened where it blocked off. And so when the surgeon came to go over how the surgery went and tell me what he found, he said that they really looked over his liver. His liver was soft and there was no lesions. He looked really good. So what he basically said, everything looked perfect. There was some fluid that they didn't quite know, but he just had he had a lot of fluid shoved down the nose in there to try to wash out the suspected constipation. But other than that, everything looked good, which with as much has been thrown at him with the chemo and other medications he's had, I have been concerned about his liver. And if everything was looking good, it made me feel like we're at least on the right track with what we're doing in the nutrition and focusing on health and keeping him clean, because Lord knows he has had a ton thrown at him. So the surgeon just says basically everything's went as good as it could have gone, and now we're in the recovery phase. Go back to the room. We spend a night where he's got to get the belly going, so we need gas noises. He needs to go to the bathroom, and then that's when the strength comes through. And another round of adversity, it's having to get over the mental side of it, as the pain of having to get up and move and deal with it. And Lander's has shown how strong he really is. And for a 6-year-old, he didn't want medicine. He didn't want pain medicine until it got really bad. And so tried to stay ahead of that, but he's a tough little cookie. Got a video of his first steps out of bed, and it's pretty cool. And so after we get through the first steps and walking and getting, and then his bowels start waking up, you just kind of get the relief and more relaxed, and you feel like you've got it past you. And looking back, it's just that adversity of the unknown. The unknown's horrible. It really is. When you're worried about your kid, every possible thing that is going wrong is running through your head, and having answers really helps with that. That adversity that we experienced last week brought back all the feelings from diagnosis to then the round of constipation, the sicknesses through chemo, and all the worries from having a port in that if you get a fever of 101, you're going into the hospital, you're admitted, you're there on IV antibiotics. There's just so many little things that are just, I try to stay positive in all my posts and stuff, but there's a lot of things that happen that it's just a nightmare. And we can do things about it. We can try to avoid and ease and improve that quality of life. And again, that's why we're doing Lander's Corner. It intensified why I'm so passionate about finding these solutions and bringing it together, because I didn't have access to it outside of ordering things online to get to use. And then there's always things that I want to learn more about or have it tweaked a little bit. And so as I've found different products, we're just keep bringing them together. And it's really about the convenience and sharing what we live together in one little place. And that's why we have Lander's Corner, and why we're just going to keep fighting, because I understand it, I feel it, I know what you're going through. I would much rather be in this position as I'm having to deal with it than watching my baby fight it. But we're going to keep going, we're going to keep fighting. The adversity that we face in life is something that's not unique to me. It's not unique to any of us. We're all going to face it in different ways. And one thing that has gotten me through is my faith. I am the most imperfect Christian that you've ever met, just by far. But having faith that it's all going to work out, and whatever it is that's going on is an experience to learn, to grow, and to be able to use that in a way to help other people. That is solely what has gotten me through is that faith, knowing that you've got all these prayers coming in, and whatever we're going through, there is the silver lining. There's good in it, and we're going to use it, and we're going to put it together in a way that we're going to help people. I don't know if I had any other mindset that I could get through it. I ended up back at the market on a Saturday after getting released from the hospital Friday night, and it's because the people we can help. It's the reason that we had it. And I had some pretty special conversations on Saturday with people going through their own adversity and things that helped. And I was supposed to be back at the market that Saturday. But you just got to look forward and figure out, as hard as it is, as hard as whatever it is that you're going through, somehow there's good in it. And you just got to focus on that and believe that God's going to take care of you. With how special Lander's Corner is to us, we needed help from somebody that was a professional, somebody that could really get the job done and do it better than we ever could. And with that, we found John Matthews, and we're going to go talk to him a little bit about what's going on. So today we're here doing another step towards completing Lander's Corner. There's spray foam insulation that'll add a lot of strength and durability to the building and help us to keep it heated and cooled really, really efficiently. They're laying down to keep the floor protected, for us to add some new, and it's sprayed in there. It's really, really cool. They'll add a video on how they do that, but it's really neat to see. Got this porch done last week. That's coming together nicely. We're gonna try to do some interviews with some experts as far as how to cook, and some doctors and other nutritionists, and how we can keep bringing it all together to help people get through fighting cancer and just having a higher quality of life in general. All right, Johnson, we finished up the walk-in roof yesterday. Been doing a lot of little projects around here. Today we had spray foam insulation done right after finishing the porch. So kind of what's next to get Lander's Corner finished?
Well, to get Lander's Corners finished, this afternoon, we're going to have the materials coming in to finish the walls, put the walls and the ceilings in, and then they're going to be primed and painted. And then we're going to move on forward, waiting for the flooring to come in. And then after that, we'll get our shelving, our custom shelving that you're asking for. That back wall.
Yeah. So the back wall is going to house all the products and stuff that we carry, and then it's y'all's craftsmanship.
Thank you.
You and your brother get this done and looking sharp, and we're ready to see people in there.
I'm ready to get it in there for you. We're trying to get it as fast as we can for you, and it's been awesome working with you, and we appreciate you for everything you've done for us.
Appreciate that.
Because that meeting and coming together and building that relationship. I appreciate that.
Didn't turn out too bad for just showing up at the market one day, did it?
No, it didn't. I did it.
Thanks, Brett.
All right.
We're so excited to finally get the Lander's Corner done, and when we get there, it's going to house a lot of products that we use. One of the products that I am so excited about that we found was the Martian from Mile Blocks. Great, great product that we use all the time. We're going to be covering that more in depth on the next episode of Lander's Corner. Be sure to subscribe, ring the bell. Let's keep going and see what we can do to figure out some more answers.